Hi, my loves. Hi. I just wanted to make this video. I have a little download message that I wanted to share with anybody who needs to hear this. And something is just on my spirit right now to make this message. And you know, whatever downloads I get, I just say, and I just speak from my heart. And I love when I get downloads, and I love when I feel like there's a collective message I need to put out here. Okay, and the collective message I want to put out here is that who cares? Okay, to put it bluntly, who gives a F word, right? Who cares? Who gives a flip? Do what you want to do. Okay, it's your life. You never have to settle. A part of breaking away from conditioning, a part of living your best life, a part of being a happy person is by choosing things wisely, consciously, with intention. With everything that we do in life, especially when it comes to love or career, working, making money, we should always do with intention. I 1000% believe that in life, it's all about choices, and it's all about choosing people who choose you, being where you're welcome, you know, going in places and doing things that feel natural to you. What I've learned from my own spiritual journey in general is that it's so important to not settle. Like it's seriously so important to not get caught up in letting people try to dictate and program and make you feel guilty for any decision that you make. Whether it's friends, you know, so-called friends, or family, or trolls, or, you know, social media, like peer pressure, society, like regardless of what it is, it's literally so important to, you know, take control of your own life. And I'm here to tell you that if you're not happy with your relationship, you're not happy with your connection, you're not happy with how you look in the mirror, you're not happy with your life, you have every ability to change it. You know, I've done it myself, and I continue every single day to feel better and better because I've made a conscious choice to not give a fuck, bluntly. I've made a conscious decision to not care what people think about me, and to not care what people think about anything to do with me. When you have your own ego death, and when you have your own awareness, and you know your self-worth, you know your self-value, a lot of the noise, I call it noise, just melts away. Like naturally you will begin to feel different. You'll naturally begin to feel like you're in your own power, and you'll naturally attract your tribe. Like you will attract people who like you for you. You know, you will attract a romantic partner that likes you for you, you know, and you're not going to be in this energy of feeling like things are wrong in your life. You know, our emotions, like with a law of attraction, what it's taught me is our emotions are such a powerful compass to really see where we're at in life. You know, our emotions are almost like little checkpoints, you know, to see how we're doing, how we feel. And there's nothing worse than feeling bad, right? There's nothing worse than our own decisions, poor decisions, making us have a unhappy life, or an unhealthy, getting into a unhealthy relationship, or whatever it is. Like it's just a really, really bad feeling when you feel like you are not where you're supposed to be, or you're not in a happy relationship, or you're not living your dreams, whatever the case may be. But it all stems from not settling and being able to break out of the conditioning of what you think you should do and what you think you should, you know, be, you know, like you really have to kind of break out of the cocoon. It's a process. For some people, they naturally have always understood this, and then for people like me and other people, that are watching, it's kind of like it could take you some time. It can definitely take you some time to ignore negative thoughts, to ignore negative people, to disassociate from certain people, certain things, because it takes a lot of strength. Like, first of all, it takes so much willpower, it takes so much strength to actually remove yourself from a relationship, or remove yourself from a certain social circle, or remove yourself from certain people or things that you do in order to better yourself. Like, that's never been easy. It's never easy to break away from that, because naturally a lot of us, our brains, most people's brains are wired negatively. Like, for some reason our brains are wired negatively, and it's frustrating. I can only imagine like how frustrating it is when we don't have the information we have, and we don't have a certain knowledge we have in order to have a better life. Like, knowledge is everything, experience is everything. Trial and error is everything. Sometimes you have to do things and try things that you feel you feel inspired to do, and it may not be the best thing for you. Like, I was tweeting out earlier something along the lines of sometimes the universe, takes certain situations or objects or people out of our life for a reason. And sometimes we think that it's some bad energy, or, oh my God, what's happening. But sometimes it's what's necessary. Like, sometimes people, places, or things, or situations, the universe, God, divine, will take things out of our lives, either for a season, a reason, or permanently. And me personally, I have experienced this firsthand, especially of recent. Like, I have experienced this where you think it looks bad, you think it's something is like is off, and then when you look a little bit deeper, you're like, whoa, like, that wasn't even for me. Like, have you ever caught yourself and you thought about a certain, either it's love or whatever, and you step back and you're like, wow, at the time, I was pissed, I was upset. And then it's like, when you really look deeper into it, you're like, holy smoke, like, that was a lesson. That was a huge lesson. That was something that was, if you will, a stepping stone, okay? A stepping stone to getting to be or think or behave in a way that's better for you. So it's kind of like trial and error. You either you get influenced, or you make a certain decision or a choice that you think is good for you, and then sometimes what you find is that you weren't listening to yourself all along. Like, what you'll find is that you weren't really listening to your heart. You were doing something that you thought was the right thing, but it really wasn't. And that's what I mean by not settling and doing whatever you want to do. This is your life. I'm here to tell you that this is your life, and you can have and be and love and achieve anything you want, and no one can stop you. A lot of times we are the people in our own way. A lot of the times we are the people who ourselves, we can hurt ourselves. We can literally hurt ourselves by not listening to our heart, and knowing that something is not good for us, but then trying to act like it is. So I just wanted to just kind of drop this gemstone for someone out here, and just speak from the heart and say, listen, you can have anything you want. You can love whoever you want. You can live any kind of life you want. It starts with you, you don't have to feel like the universe is against you. You don't have to feel like people are against you. You don't have to feel like you're never going to find love, or you're never going to, get your dream job, or you're never going to make a certain amount of money, to support yourself. Like, you don't have to think like that, because these are all negative thoughts. These are literally all negative thoughts. And the more that you tap into being your authentic self, then you can attract the best partner for you. Then you can attract the best opportunities for you. Then naturally, you're going to do things with ease. You know, you're going to feel like everything is smooth and is flowing and is effortless. You know, when you're in that energy, things are easy. Things are not difficult or tough, you know. I'm still researching this because, you know, this is something that, like I said, you have to experience to kind of know. But things that we have to kind of force ourselves to do that don't feel right, that don't feel natural, a lot of times are not for us. And so by not settling and not saying, well, I'm just going to go with this wave because, you know, it's the most safe, a lot of times that wave is not the wave that we should energetically, vibration wise, jump on. Sometimes we have to jump on a wave that is actually meant for us. So when something's actually meant for you, you know, it's gonna make you upgrade your thinking. It's gonna whatever it is that's meant for you will make you feel like you're challenging yourself at times, which is not easy, but it will feel like it's for your greater good. Even if something is difficult, like you will feel like, okay, this is for my greater good. This is what I should be doing. And overall, I think that, you know, those who want to embrace this message, I feel like overall, those who understand what I'm saying is like, you can do it whatever you want to do. Like there is no limitation. Like take all the limits off your life. There is no limitation. You can fall and get back up, right? You can sit this out and you can get back in the game. Like there is no rule book. I don't feel there's a rule book. Like you can do whatever you want to do, as long as it's in your best interest and you feel like it's for you. So if you find yourself in a spot right now where you feel like people are against you, you know, maybe you're having, you know, bad luck in love, or you feel like life is just beating you up, I want to submit to you, maybe just kind of pause and look around you, right? Look at your choices, look around you, and really think to yourself, you know, am I living a life that I want? You know, did I make the right choice? And maybe, you know, inside of yourself, you'll become aware, like, you know what, like, that really wasn't for me, you know. And I've had those moments a lot where I've had to stop myself and say, you know what, like that really wasn't what I wanted to begin with. It wasn't what I wanted to begin with. And not until I actually took responsibility for that and said to myself, listen, this is to do with you. Like no one else was in that relationship. No one else was in that job, right? Like no one else was pulling your arms like a puppet. Like it's you, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying, you know, I want to encourage all of us to keep going, you know, keep being strong, and to begin to live a life that puts a smile on your face. You know, for so long, I feel like, me included, like so many people were just like either depressed or sad or felt like life was just unfair, you know. And the more you take your power back and the more you realize how much power you do have and how the universe is working in your favor and how, you know, all things are for your greater good, your energy changes, your mind changes, your vibration, your frequency, everything changes to really conspire to help you and not to harm you, you know. And if you feel like you're constantly attracting things in your life that you feel are harming you, then take a look at your energy, take a look at what you're accepting, right? Like, are you accepting mediocre, you know, the mediocre? Are you accepting something that you know is not good for you? Are you accepting anything that you feel is stopping you, is holding you back? Like, you know, sometimes you gotta muster the courage to stand in the face of it and say no more. Like sometimes we have to actually stand in the face of these things and say, I'm not going to put up with this. You know, I'm not going to live like this. And I think that this retrograde season is really going to illuminate that for a lot of people, you know, like, you know, are you on the right track? You know, have you been proud of the progress you've made, you know, in 2020? A lot of these energies are going to be illuminating a lot of truth. because it's in Scorpio. So it's going to be illuminating the raw, real truth of people, of, the choices we made. And we're going to have the opportunity now to change these things. We're going to have an opportunity now to correct the course. So I'm just here to tell you that, do what you want to do. Don't hold yourself back. I got to a point where all resistance I let go of, all the naysayers and trolls and people, that hurt me, all these things. Like, I just said, you know what, like, that's always going to be there, right? Like, there's always going to be good and bad. There's always going to be nice people and mean people. There's always going to be people who look like they're a good person to be in a relationship with, and then they're going to be a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's always going to be people on this planet who just don't have your best interest at heart. And it's up to you to remove yourself. It's up to you to put a barrier there and not settle for disrespect. Never allow disrespect. Never allow anyone to tell you who you are. You tell yourself who you are. And it's not easy. Like, all the things I'm saying are not easy to do, but it's necessary. If you want to have the best life you want to possibly have, it is 1,000% necessary to live your best life, to live your best life. So thank y'all for watching. I just had this message on my heart, and I really, really hope that somebody out here has felt the release to go in the direction of their destiny and to go in the direction of living a life that makes you feel good and is for you and not for other people. Who gives a fuck what other people think? Who cares? Take the limitations off yourself. Take the chains off. Take that the constrictions and the the stereotypes off of yourself. What people put the things people put on you in your life. Take those off. Remove it and say, only leave what is you. Only associate yourself with things that are you. Don't let people in this crazy world try to detour you and confuse you and make you be miserable, because miserable attracts miserable and happy attracts happy. And miserable and gratefulness and gratitude and joy, can't reside in the same place. I had to learn this the hard way, like, being happy and being successful cannot reside in the same place as being sad and, regretting every little thing that we do, every little step we take. Like, that's no way to live. You can't live your life caring what people think about you. You can't live your life caring about what people are going to say. You just got to do what you want to do, and the universe will work it out in your favor. So thank you for watching. I love y'all. Feel free to subscribe and thumbs up. I will see you on the next video. Bye.